Folks, what's the deal? It's your man, Mr. Jacobs, with some more brutal honesty. Today's episode, I'm going to be talking about Mauro Ranallo and the Corey Graves situation. I'm going to be speaking a little bit about uh, mental disorders, too. I'm also going to be speaking about the Fiend and his new stupid ass looking belt. I mean, come on, folks. You know that shit looks stupid. Brutal honesty starts right now. Alright, folks, we're going to start off with Mauro Ranallo. He is the color commentator for NXT. Some would say the voice of NXT. We're going to speak about what happened after NXT TakeOver. Apparently, Corey Graves got on Twitter, and apparently he was saying something to the likes of Mauro was taking over the commentary. He wouldn't let anybody get a word in edgewise. Personally, I don't see it that way. I think he was doing his job. And for Corey to sit there and say that shit about him is fucking bullshit. And he should be ashamed of himself for that. And if I may be brutally honest, I personally think that Corey Graves was a big asshole for this. You know, I mean, Mauro has so much on his plate as it is. He's already under a lot of pressure. Plus, dealing with bipolar and depression is not easy at all. And from somebody who deals with depression on a daily basis, you know, the struggle is real. It's real. And you can't just say, hey, stop being depressed. Or you can't just say, hey, why don't you just stop being bipolar? You can't do that. And it's unfair. And someone who deals with that on a daily basis, you know, if you sit there and criticize them for no fucking reason, I mean, yeah, it's gonna have an effect. Personally, I think that, Mauro is, could be called the JR of this generation as far as NXT. I mean, when you're listening to him call matches and everything, you can feel the excitement. You can feel the passion, you know. You can hear in his voice that he cares about what he's doing. And personally, I think that he's a better commentator than Corey is. I mean, that's my opinion. And the thing is that I'm speaking up for those who have mental illnesses. The thing is that a lot of people don't understand the struggle, how hard it is to go through the day with depression or bipolar. You know, it's hard. And for Corey to sit there and say what he did was unfair. Now, since this whole thing has blown up, Corey has pretty much backpedaled and apologized. But personally, I think that it should never been said at all. I mean, you guys work for the same company. Y'all should be on the same team, helping each other out, pushing each other along, not tearing each other down. And, like I said, I mean, Mauro is going through so much as it is already in his life. And, and he's so talented. He's so talented. I mean, not only can he call matches for wrestling, I mean, he does an outstanding job calling matches, for boxing. If you ever seen him call boxing matches, I mean, the dude is fire. You know, despite his mental illness, the guy can get the job done. And I personally think that Corey should be ashamed of himself for saying all that for no reason. And apparently, he said that he was just trying to do something for some podcast that he's hosting, really, which really I don't listen to. I should, but I really don't. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate Corey Graves. I think he's very talented too. I just think he's wrong for what he said, you know, because dealing with bipolar depression and having the job that he has, it'll weigh down on you at some point. And Corey isn't helping the situation at all by saying what he says. You know, as somebody that struggles with the mental illness, I personally think that people that have no idea how it is or how the struggle is should at least take time to understand that the struggle is real and that we go through a lot. And one little thing that you might say may just blow up the whole thing as far as our mental stability. But to finish this subject, I'm on the side of Mauro. You know, I believe that he's probably one of the best in the business on that microphone. And for Corey to say what he said was pretty fucked up. And he should be ashamed of himself. And I hope to see Mauro come back soon to television, hopefully, this week. Um, I don't know, but time will tell. But anyway, now that I've said all that, I'm going to move on to the next subject, which is the Fiend, what they're doing with him, and this fucking god ugly belt that he has. Next, I'm going to be talking about the Fiend. Alright, now, it's no secret that I'm a huge fan of this character and how Bray Wyatt reinvented himself, put a little bit of the horror into wrestling, which is something that I'm a huge fan of. Now, I think at the very beginning they were doing the right things with this character. I mean, it was creepy, scary. I mean, the whole Firefly Funhouse was awesome. The puppets, I mean, you name it, the whole thing was fucking fire. Now, part of me thought that at the very beginning of this character, that something was going to happen to just fuck it up for me, you know. And, yeah, it finally happened. It finally happened. I mean, look, I'm not opposed to custom belts. I love the whole custom belt thing, you know. But I just feel like they didn't put any thought into this belt. I mean, look at this shit. Take a good look at this belt. Look at this piece of shit. Would you wear that to the ring? I mean, honestly. I mean, would you buy that? I mean, not wear it to the ring, but would you buy that? You know, to fucking as a collectible, to have around your house? Like, you know, I wouldn't. I mean, come on. You can't be serious about this design of this belt. Look, I get that, you know, that he's the champion, and I get that, you know, him being the character that he is, he you know, he could have a customized belt. I just think it needs to look better. Take his face off of the fucking front, you know. I mean, the sides are okay, I think, but I mean, do you really need a big ass face of the, you know, do you need a big ass Fiend face plastered right in the middle of the belt? Do you really need that? I mean, it's overkill. And I think what it is that, you know, eventually you're going to turn the fans off of the Fiend. You're going to turn them off because of the fact that it feels like you're oversaturating them to some extent. You know what I mean? Like, you know, too much Fiend. It's way too much. I personally think that the Fiend could be pulled out of special occasions, you know, and stuff like that. I mean, because after a while, it's going to wear off. People are going to be like, okay, we get it. He's the Fiend. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the point I'm getting to right now. I'm getting to that point to where I'm like, okay, I get it. Bray Wyatt's the Fiend, and he's going to be a scary little asshole or whatever, and da-da-da-da-da, let him in. It's getting to that point to where I'm getting tired of it. And I wouldn't say that I'm not getting tired of the look of the character. I'm getting tired of the way that the Fiend is being booked. I'm getting tired of the way, you know, of the way he's been done over the last few weeks. Personally, I think that he doesn't need a championship belt. I don't think he even needs a belt. Personally, I think you diminish the character when you give him that belt. That's just in my opinion. I believe that the Fiend alone can just be and get over. He doesn't need a belt to get over. I mean, he was already over before he got the belt. And it seems like slowly and slowly, you know, they're ruining this character. They're fucking ruining it for me. And it's like, what the fuck, man? You know? Uh, I mean, it gets to the point to where you get tired of seeing them. And to me, I'm getting tired of seeing the Fiend, as far as, you know, how they're booking him these days. I mean, if you want to make him an unstoppable monster, you know, take the belt off of him. You know, have him just be some fucking. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much my opinion on all that. I mean, what's your opinion? Does the Fiend really need a belt? And how ugly is that damn belt? I mean, come on. I mean, give me your opinion on it. You know that belt's fucking butt ass ugly. Come on. Anyway, I'm pretty sure you noticed I haven't been on camera lately. I've been trying to find more studio space, but I'm doing my thing still. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. I'm Mr. Jacobs with some brutal honesty. Peace.